Hi friends, welcome to my channel, and this is 24th video in Windows Server 2016, and I'm going to focus on Windows Server backup feature in this video, and we are going to see how we can take the file server backup, basically files and folder, and how we can backup and how we can restore files and folder from the backup. So let's move to my demo environment. So here's the demo environment. We have three virtual machine in this demo. The first virtual machine is a Win2K12 DC01, which is my Active Directory server. You can see Active Directory and DNS and DHCP role is installed on this machine. So I'm going to see. Here's the machine, Active Directory, DHCP and DNS role. This is my Active Directory server, Win2K12, Win2K16, DC01, and my domain name is victorinfosol.com. So this is my domain controller. And we have two file server, fs01 and fs02. Both are the file servers. So it's having 32 gig of RAM. It's running in my domain. If you go here, you can see this server is a Win2K16 fs01, and here we have a Win2K16 fs02. On a fs01, I have created few shares. You can see here HR, IT, public. If I go on my computer, and you can see we have a 1D drive which is for shares. So if I open, you can see we have data on these all three folders, and these folders are basically shared here um, on our network. So this is the file server, and these are the shares on this file server, and we are going to like focus on the backing up these files and folders, and then from the Windows Server backup feature, and then we will go and restore after deleting these file, and we'll see how it's going to work. So close this all, and to do this, I'm going to open a Windows Server backup feature first. You can see it's saying Windows Server backup feature is not installed. You can go and install. So I'm going to install a backup feature on my both file servers first. So click next, and this is a feature based installation. So click next, and here's my server. And from the feature page, I'm going to scroll down and select the Windows Server backup and click install. Same I'm going to do on my FS02. Feature based installation, go to feature page, scroll down and select the Windows Server backup and install it. So it's going to take few seconds or few minutes to get the installation done. So almost there. So I will try to restore these folders or share folders from this machine itself and another host, which is FS02. So now you can see installation succeeded on FS01. So go ahead and close this. Now I'm going to click on Tools and Windows Server Backup. And now you can see backup your important data to a local or an online location. So I'm going to click on Local Backup here, and you can perform the single backup or schedule backup for a regular backup using this application. So I'm going to click on schedule backup, and here we have an option what we need to make sure before backup, where to store backups. So this is important thing where you want to store the backups. So and if you open my computer, you can see I have a 50 gig drive, around 51 gig drive, which is basically only for dedicated for backup, and I'm going to take the backup of all my data on this drive. So and when and how often backup for your server. So how much time, like when and what time you want to schedule the backup, and how often you want to schedule the backup, and what to backup: full server, system state, selected files, folder, volume. So I'm going to take the backup of these shares only, 3 shares only. So we'll see how to do it. So because I'm going to take the backup of file servers, so you can select the file or folder to backup. Also you can select the full drive. So I'm going to select this volume basically. So click next, and I want to select the custom option, I want to custom volume files for backup, so click next. And if I click on add items, you can see here under the D drive I have these folders, so you can go and select these folder directly, or you can select the drive also. So I'm going to select these three folders only and click OK. And you can see what we have backup here: HR IT, HR public, and these three folders. So click, you have also advanced setting. You can see the VSS copy, like VSS full backup and the VSS copy backup. So this is depends on your requirement, like you are using any third-party tools to back up the files or folders or data or not. So I'm going to leave the default and click next. And once a day, and if you want to run a more than once in a day, you can go ahead. So I'm going to select 2 time, or also if you want to run it 3 time, you can go ahead and select the backup time. So I'm going to run 4 times, so good to go, and click next. So it's going to run a 4 time in a day, so click next. And where you want to backup, so I have a recommended dedicated drive for the backup, which is share backup E drive. So I'm going to use the recommended option. Also, if you want to backup, you can go and select the volume for backup. So in my case, I'm also, you have a option to backup on a shared network folder. So I'm going with the recommended option, so click next. And so all available disk, I have a E drive here of 51 gig, so I'm going to select this and select this drive, click next. And you can see when you finish this wizard, the selected disk will be formatted and all the existing volume and data will be disk on deleted. So it's fine for me because I'm going to use this dedicated E drive for a backup only, so it's going to format this drive. So click yes, and here we are. You are about to create the following backup schedules. So for these three folders and VSS and backup items, this backup times, and click on finish. So now you can see it's formatting the disk. And if you go to my computer now, you can see the disk is no more available in a computer browser, simple browser. It's it's hidden now because someone not going to touch that backup drive. Uh, so it's there, but it's not having the drive letter only. So go ahead and click on finish, and now you can see if I run a click on backup once, I'm going to run the schedule backup option. So click next, and I'm going to run the backup. So you can see now it's creating shadow copy of volume, and it's going to the total backup size is around um, 14 MB. So it's taken, and I'm going to run a few times this backup because I want a multiple copy of these data, and then we can see which time of backup we need to restore and which time files we have to restore. So you can see, and now we have a completed and data transfer 0 because we don't have any changes on this data. So it's taking the incremental, and next again I'm going to take the backup. Let's see what it's going to do. You can see creating shadow copy. We don't have any changes, so scanning the file system, backup in progress, and 0 KB. So good to know that it's taking the incremental backup. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy some data here, and let's see what is the next if I'm going to run this backup. So let's copy some data from here also. So I have put some data in a public folder, and now let's run this backup and see what's going to do this backup. So I'm going to click on backup, and it's scanning now, and backup in progress. So now you can see it's taken a backup which the changes admin modify. So I want to take few more backup here, so I'm going to put here once again, and I want to run the backup one more time. So just want to show you that whenever you did some changes and it's going to take the incremental backup, it's going to take the backup of those file which is updated, or which is going to change something, or new files or new folders under the selected folder. So good to know that we have run five backup which is here. And also if you want to go here on a task manager, you can see how you can modify the backup. So I have opened the tasks schedule, and if I go to Microsoft, you will see the backup folder here, and under the backup folder you can see we have a scheduled task here to run this backup. So if I go here, you can see when we are going to run the backup. If you want to edit something, you can go ahead and edit, like you want to do a monthly backup, you can select these all things, like I want a January to December, and the day when you want, I want like one, and you want on 5, 6, 11, 16, 21, 20, and the first also, and click OK. So you can see we can customize our backup schedule with the many options. If you go on a daily, on a weekly, you have all the options to modify your backup schedule. So this is how it's work and how you can modify it. So go ahead and close this. So we have successfully created few backup, and now I'm going to show you how to restore. So I'm under the IT folder. We have a 3 folder. Under the IT folder, I'm going to delete everything, and I want to restore now. So I'm going to click on C. I'm going to run one more backup here, so we'll see how it's going to work now, because now you can identify the E folder is blank. Basically this IT folder is blank. We don't have anything on this this IT folder. So we have completed the backup, and now I want to recover this folder. So if I click on recover, and where the backup is stored, so the backup is stored on this machine itself. So click next, and you can see we have a multiple backup. So if I select the latest backup when we don't have anything on this IT folder, let's see what happened. Click next, and I want to reach to the files and folder. Click next, and we have shares, and if I click on IT, you will see we don't have any files or folders which we can recover from this time. So basically we have it's taken the snapshot of this time. So if I go back, and if I select the any of these backup time, and if I click next, and files and folders, if I click next, and I can see here under this IT folder we have all the folders, all the files which we can recover. So I'm going to recover the latest backup which having everything. So click next, and file and folders, click next. I'm going to select this IT folder and click next, and original location. If you want to restore any other location, you can go ahead and you can put the path, like you can put the recovery, and click OK. And we have an option create a copy, so that when the wizard is item backup is already and the recovery destination, create a copy, override the existing, do not recover that item which is already exists. So create a copy, so that we have a both versions. So we have a different type of here the option during the recovery if the file exists, and we have a security settings also. Restore the access control list permission to the files and folder being recovered, means it's going to recover the NTFS security permissions also. So I'm going to recover in D recovery folder, and let's see how it's going to recover. So now you can see it's initializing, and you can see it's completed. So click close, and if I go on now on a recovery, you can see all the files and folders is recovered. So you can compare your data if you want to compare the data, and you can go ahead and copy these files and folder there. So let's copy few folders here in IT, and now what I'm going to do, I'm going to run the recovery again at the original location. So click next and select the backup where we have a data. Click next, and you can see files and folders. Click next, and now I'm going to select my IT folder here. Oops, we have to select this. Click next, and then I'm going to select my IT folder which having all the data. Click next, and then the original location, and click next. I'm going to recover this now. So you can see we have recovered everything, and if I go here and close this, and if I go to IT folder, you can see under the IT we have everything restored. So we have successfully restored this folder which we have lost, and now I'm going to focus on recover these files on some different servers. So to recover these files or folders on a different server, what we need to do, simply we can recover the files and folder on some other location, and we can copy these files and folder to the destination. Like I'm going to recover this, and I'm going to put someone like on my FS2 server on a D drive, and I can put there the simply it's and I can rename this folder as IT. And if I go here on my server 2 FS02, I can go and share this folder simply. Like if I go to basically my D drive, and I can see the folder is recovered, and I can go here and I can share my folder with the permission which I need to do, and you can see the folder is shared. So we have also another option to recover. Just assume this is a backup is going to happen in an external drive. So what we need to do, we need to remove this external hard drive from this FS01, and we need to go to and plug this there's another server. So I'm going to do this now. So from setting, I'm going to remove this hard drive which we are taking the backup, and I'm going to add there. So currently if you go here on a disk management, you can see we have a T drive. So I'm going to add the fourth drive which we are going to where we have a backup, and from where we want to restore the backup. So I'm going to select the hard drive and click next, and use the existing hard drive, virtual hard drive. I'm going to browse it, and under the HV01 I have a file. I have that here. I'm going to browse it, going to finish and OK, and I'm going to bring that disk online so you can see the backup is there. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete this IT folder which we have just copied. I'm going to open a server manager here. Under the server manager, Windows Server Backup, and we have already installed a Windows Server Backup feature. I'm going to start the recovery here, so click recover. And where is the backup stored? On other location, because it's stored in my hard drive. So I'm going to click next, and from the local drives click next, and the backup is stored in my disk drive. So click next. You can see where we have a server name where the backup was. So I'm going to put the time, and you can see we have option shares which is selected files, so good to know that. And file and folders, click next, and we have a list of those here. So I'm going to recover all whatever you want to recover. I'm going to recover this shares, and click next. And the another location, I'm going to put my FE drive, and I'm going to recover this. So I'm going to recover all these folders. So let's see, I want to recover in my D drive basically. So I have to put my D drives here, and I'm going to recover all these folders and files. Now you can see it's completed, and click close. And now if I go here on my D drive, You can see all the shares is there, has been recovered. And if I go now and I open a Win2K16 fs02 and put OK, you can see the files is not folders are not shared, so we need to share it manually from here. Like, we can go here and we can share these folders to bring these folders as a share folder and this particular server. So I'm going to share this all folders, and then we see how it's going to work. So I have shared all the three shares, and now you can see we have a shares here. So in this video we have successfully taken the backup of a file servers, um, basically a share folder, files and folder, and we have restored to that original server and on a different server also. So this is all about the file server backup by using a Windows Server backup feature. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe me for more videos, and if you have any query, any question related to this, you can post me on my given mail IDs. Thank you once again. Bye bye.